Welcome back. I hope that you guys all had a great winter break. Today's day 38. We're going to be looking at consumer math today. These are some examples of when you'd actually use math out in the real world. So for instance, let's say that you go shopping. So if you go shopping, they may have the price of an item discounted. That means that you would be decreasing the price. Markup, which would be an increase on the price, and then you'd have to pay tax also. Let's say that you go to a restaurant. You have to know how to calculate tax and a tip. So the tip's what you would leave your server, and then the tax is what's charged on the food. If you go to a bank, so let's say that you take out a loan from the bank. The bank's going to charge you interest on that loan, and that would make the amount that you end up paying increase. So how does tax, tip, and discount affect the price? Alright, so tax and tip increase the price. I remember that because a lowercase t and tax and tip both start with T, looks like a plus sign. Discount decreases the price. Discount and decrease both start with the letter D. Let's look at some scenarios. I'm going to have you determine if it's tax, tip, or discount. To save yourself some time, you don't have to write all these situations out. Just number 1 through 6, and you're going to have to tell if it's a tax, tip, or discount, or an increase or decrease. So for instance, number 1. Lee just got her hair cut and styled. She paid the price and then paid her stylist an additional 20%. So you would write down, okay, so she's paying an additional 20% to her stylist. That would be a tip. So you would write down tip and increase because that would make the cost go up. Pause your screen and try examples 2 through 6. Okay, number 2, Hector purchased a new video game at Target for 15% off the original price. That's a discount, and that would decrease the price. Marcus surprised his mom on her birthday with a special dinner. When he looked at the bill, there was an additional 5% charge listed after the price. Okay, that's tax. That would increase. Miss Kelly purchased new pencils for all of her students. She paid an additional $2.05 on top of the price of the pencils. That's tax. Increase. Tariq paid the bill for his dinner at the Buffalo Wing Factory. Before he left, he placed $4.50 on the table for his server. Okay, that's a tip. Increase. On Black Friday, Best Buy offered a brand new laptop computer for $350. This is $200 off the original. Okay, so that's a discount because the price is being decreased. So that's one of the first steps that you have to do when we start solving these problems is determine what type of problem it is and then determine if that's going to make your cost increase or decrease. Now let's talk about how you would set these problems up and solve them. So just a quick review of percent proportion. That's when you have your is, which is the part, over the of, which is the whole, and that's equal to some percent, and we know percent means out of 100. So we're going to be using that same setup to calculate the sales tax, tip, discount. Okay, so using the percent proportion. Okay, so the is in these examples would represent the amount of tax, tip, or the discount amount. So that's the amount that we'd be changing the subtotal by. So the subtotal is the amount of something before they add on tax, tip, or a discount. And that's equal to percent over 100. So a lot of these problems will have a few steps involved with them. So once you solve your proportion, that doesn't necessarily mean you're done. They may ask you to find the sale price. So that'd be a type of discount. So that means you have to subtract the amount of the discount from the subtotal. They may ask you for a total price. That means you have to add the tax or tip to the subtotal. So that's the basic information that you need. In the next video, we're going to look at how to actually solve these examples.